Hi, I'm Edie Bornstein, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Azamara Club Cruises. Welcome to this segment of You'll Love Where We Take You. Today I'm in Cannes in the south of France, one of 187 ports in over 60 countries around the world that Azamara Club Cruises sails to. Enjoy this segment of You'll Love Where We Take You. This Azamazing itinerary takes you from Civitavecchia, the port for Rome, into Barcelona. It happens to also be one of our golf departures. We partnered up with Perry Golf to do an absolutely Azamazing golf excursion option. So if you like to golf, check us out at azamaraclubcruises.com for more golf info. So I'm here today with our destination expert, Claudius Dosical. Hi, Claudius.
Hello, Edie.
What do you like to see and do when one of our Azamazing itineraries begins in Roma?
I would recommend that our guests arrive a day or two earlier, check out some of the hotels we offer in our pre-hotel stays. And the Eternal City has many things to offer. Whether you like to shop around the Spanish Steps, or you like to sightsee, for example, the Vatican and the wonderful Colosseum.
Well, I love to shop, as you know. So then we go on, when we leave Rome, and we go to Livorno, the port for Firenze or Florence, which can also take you to Pisa, Lucca, and varying parts of Tuscany. And we absolutely have a late night stay there to give you even more time to be immersed in the destination as you wish. What do you like to see and do from the port of Livorno?
From Livorno, we will be offering a variety of activities geared to the first-time visitor, the repeat visitor. But some of the favorite things, of course, are visits to Florence. I always like running up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And if you also feel energetic, our favorite town of Lucca, which can be explored by bicycle.
Lucca is a wonderful town. In fact, one of my favorite restaurants is just outside of the walls called Chez Napoleon. They took a villa and they redid it, and if it's still open, it's quite a magical place to have dinner in. So from Livorno, we move on to Portofino on the Ligurian coast, which is also a late night stay. Now, to me, Portofino is yet again another magical little port town in Bella Italia. What do you like to see and do in Portofino?
Portofino itself, as you know, it is fairly small, can be easily explored in half a day, even if you hit every single shop in town. But the other options, of course, I would recommend is having either lunch or dinner or just a drink on the terrace of the beautiful Splendido Hotel. But then in addition, I would recommend our guests hop on the local bus, and about 3 miles away, further to the north, they can explore another beautiful village, somewhat definitely larger than Portofino, and the village is called Santa Margherita.
It's a beautiful little town. From there, we continue westward along the coast and cross over the Italian border into beautiful Monte Carlo, Monaco, where we stay overnight. What do you like to see and do in Monaco?
In Monaco, we'll have plenty of time to explore the rock and see the palace, overlook the racetrack where the Grand Prix is held. They can visit the cathedral and Princess Grace's grave if they so wish, the museums there. But also I like to visit the town of Aise, or sometimes I head over the other direction to the east and visit the village of Roquebrune and Menton.
Or they can go to the casino just like James Bond does and gamble. Now we continue down to our next stop of Saint-Tropez with an overnight. And Saint-Tropez is one of those towns that just doesn't come alive until the evening. So we do stay there overnight and have a late night stay the second day. What do you like to see and do in Saint-Tropez?
Well, considering that this is early autumn, I would suggest our guests visit some of the wineries which produce some fabulous rosés.
From there, we go to Sanary-sur-Mer, France, which is a late night stay again. And I don't know that many of our guests are as familiar with perhaps this destination as they would be a more well-known one like Saint-Tropez. What can you tell our guests about this stop?
Sanary-sur-Mer is one of these places that maybe I get to retire one day, and it would be high on top of my list to retire in Sanary-sur-Mer. It is an absolutely charming place on the French Mediterranean coast. It has a small town feel and is maybe somewhat less touristic than Saint-Tropez, but it has a wonderful market almost every day to explore, and just strolling through the city of Sanary-sur-Mer is a very, very charming place.
So Claudius, when we depart Sanary-sur-Mer, France, on our late night departure, the next stop takes us to the beautiful Marseille, France, which is sort of the gateway from the sea anyway to Provence, and again, another late night stay. What do you like to do from the port of Marseille?
From Marseille, I usually head to the beautiful town of Aix-en-Provence, which is located only about a 45 minutes drive north of Marseille. But then in the evening, I always like to come back to the old port of Marseille, which, as you know, it is very, very scenic and just a short distance from our pier. And I always like to enjoy the original bouillabaisse for dinner.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I love Aix-en-Provence and I love Marseille, and the old port is just charming. Well, when we leave there on yet another late night stay, we head to the island of Menorca, Spain, which is also a late night stay. What do you like to see and do on Menorca?
Being another one of our many late night and overnight stays in this particular itinerary, my main recommendation for clients would be to be out on deck about 75 minutes prior to arrival, because our small ships are able to sail through the narrow fjord right into the heart of the town of Mahon.
Very nice. From there, we continue on to another gorgeous island off the coast of Spain, Palma de Mallorca, and that is a late night stay as well. What do you like to see and do on Palma?
Indeed, well, on this particular itinerary, we will be visiting the two largest of the four Balearic islands. And on Palma, a lot of our guests are always quite surprised how large the city of Palma really is. And I would recommend that in the morning they explore the scenic northwest coast of the island and then come back a little bit later in the day and especially take a look at the wonderful cathedral in the center of town.
Well, and then last but not least, this amazing itinerary ends up in Barcelona, Spain, with an overnight. What do you like to see and do in Barcelona?
Oh, as you know, there are many wonderful options, and you can just simply wander the beautiful streets of and see the beautiful buildings of Barcelona, but visit some of the Gaudi buildings and museums, and of course the cathedral, which is very magnificent to see and watch as they continue the work over the many years. And I would hope that in the evening our guests will try some of the wonderful tapa bars
along La Rambla, I'm sure. Well, whether you enjoy this amazing itinerary or any of the other amazing itineraries that Azamara Club Cruises offers, for sure you'll love where we take you. Come cruise with us. Bon voyage!